having an argument here because EA doesn't think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers didn't buy in.
Majority of their team was drafted.
So we just gave you five names.
We gave like 7 names.
We gave 7 names that
Antonio Brown, who had 2 touchdowns in the entire playoffs.
Oh my God!
4 games
Which one was in the Super Bowl?
The only 2 effective free agents that they brought forward
was
Gronkowski and Tom Brady. Thanks, man.
No, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You're right. But it's all right. But it's all right. You guys get it wrong.
Real quick.
No, we don't actually. Number one.
Real quick. The reason why this argument started, we're gonna just start and go into Cowboys if you're COVID. Yeah. So the reason why this started is because I'm gonna tell you why me and EA was arguing earlier.
I didn't argue. I was just.
He was trolling me.
Yeah, I was bothering.
If you guys did not know that, if you did not know, the Rams signed Bobby Wagner to another massive deal.
Not massive.
$65 million, $50 million guaranteed. $50 million is guaranteed. It's a pretty decent
he wanted
deal.
10 a year. He got 10 a year.
It's pretty decent. And I made the comment saying cap space is a myth.
Wrong.
And EA decides to say, no, it's not. My philosophy of this is I do not care what your team does. If you want to be like the Rams and throw everything in the fire, let's go for it. In 5 years, even if the ground falls out, you got 2 to 3 rings to show for it, and then you can go on your rebuild. EA thinks that's the dumbest thing to do.
I never said that.
I mean,
he wants to keep
no.
Some type of draft guru, and he can just
no. First of all, you do realize that the Rams, the one you guys are just worshiping so much, is also
what
started all was called the draft.
What started the draft? Because Matt Stafford.
No. All right. I'm sorry. Did the Rams just start this process last year? No.
They
didn't. They started this process all the way back to when Jeff Fisher was head coach. They started this entire.
What the hell are you talking about?
So apparently I got it.
Jeff Fisher didn't even want to play Jared Goff.
Looking at you crazy.
Jeff Fisher didn't even want to play Jared Goff.
I know.
All right.
Listen.
But
I'm saying what started all this was the basis of the draft picks, the draft people, the foundation of their team was all Aaron Donald, Jared Goff. They used these draft picks to build a foundation on their team, right? Then they used more of their draft picks again to start accumulating picks. And they hoarded them. They were hoarding picks to get more.
And that's what McVay got here. That's what
McVay got here.
And guess what they were hoarding picks? They went to the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh!
In 2016,
I think right before the pandemic hit.
2018, right? They went to Super Bowl with Jared Goff as quarterback. They have a really talented team, but guess what? They decided to keep going for it. They kept going by using draft picks and trading. They manipulated to get more. They got Jalen Ramsey in. Then by this year, they started bringing more people with Odell Beckham Jr.
I don't think you realize you're making our point.
I'm not. I'm saying that's again drafting well and using the draft is what is a huge component of building a team.
The only person they have on their team that's still drafted. So the person they have on the team that's still drafted is Aaron Donald, right?
No, Jared Goff.
They don't have Jared Goff anymore.
They turned him into Matt Stafford.
I just said the only person they have on their team that's drafted is Aaron Donald.
But remember that argument you used me about going in the draft? Ma'am? Excuse me, ma'am? Can I continue?
Let him go.
Remember that argument we tried to get?
Shout out to 13th in the ticket. You guys do a great job over there.
Thank you. Remember the Mavericks argument we had about drafting and how even drafted players...
You don't want to go there because
I'm just saying, remember that? How you told me? Well, the Rams kind of did the same thing. They used their draft picks and drafted players to turn them into other draft picks.
I'm not... F them picks and...
It's a lie because they actually used their picks.
They did not. They traded them away.
But you need picks to make other moves. I'm saying they used their hoarded draft picks to make other moves.
Come on here, Tobias. What you got to make?
I'm not done yet.
You should be.
Go ahead. Let me get to my point.
Go ahead.
My point being is this. My main point is if you want to go with the Rams do, that's fine. I don't agree with their philosophy. There's a cap hell. It is a very volatile thing what they're doing. Eventually, we'll pay the piper. Go look at what happened to the Saints post Super Bowl. Why do you think they had 3-7-9?
You keep saying post Super Bowl. Make sure you leave that word.
Because it started paying their quarterback Drew Brees and everybody else.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying you keep paying.
Post Super Bowl.
Listen, you keep pushing the things or the contracts down the road. You still try to open a cap space. It will make it volatile.
The Cowboys do that now.
and ain't one
Actually, they don't.
diddly
Yeah,
squat.
they backload contracts. That's
Right.
all they do.
No. Well,
And then when it's time to get to the major, we got to pay them. We don't want you anymore.
Well, that's the third part, that they don't pay their own free agent. That's what I have a problem with. They don't pay their own free agents. I'm not about going over to the market and going to free
Why
agency
the heck not?
because you overpay. Go look what the
I don't
Giants
care.
did. Go look what the Giants
Can you
did.
name me a
There's
person who
great
has a good
thing.
contract in the
There's a great-
NFL? Name me a person who has a good contract in the NFL.
there's a
Name me
great-
one person when you heard it.
I'm talking, sir.
Hold on. Name me a
So
good
I'm
person
talking-
when you heard that
I'm
contract.
talking,
You said
sir.
that's a really great
I'm
contract.
talking.
I know
sir.
one, but
Go, oh, you got one? Go ahead.
Tyron.
Tyron Smith. Oh, well, that was a.
Very, very.
Well, I'm pretty sure he loves Michael Gallup's contract. True. I mean, they took him to the cleaners.
The Giants, Gettleman. He loved free agency. He went and overspent. Olivier Vernon, the highlight of his thing. Everyone thought Olivier Vernon. They all went
It's
for
the
him.
Giants.
But Olivier Vernon, everybody wanted him.
You had
And
David
and
Gettleman,
overpaid.
who was had people.
90% of the time when you go and pay those big time free agents,
Just let him have
it
it.
bites you in the ass.
See, I'm half sleep over here.
Yeah, just let him have it.
It's the truth.
He's trying to make it work, bro.
You trying to make you try so hard to make it work, and it's
yeah,
not. It's
you're
not.
not.
it is. No.
Because look at every
I-
team who went and got somebody this year who overpaid.
Who?
Jaguars got better.
How did they get better? We assume they got better. They haven't played a damn
Dolphins.
ounce of
Don't even
football.
worry about it. Can you tell me how the Cowboys got better?
They didn't.
Okay. All right. Tobash, let's get over here to you. 'cause
But
I'm
no,
done.
but my main argument was that Cap Hill does exist. That's
Okay.
my main.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
That's my main argument.
We greatly appreciate
And if
your
you don't,
contribution to the,
if you don't,
argument.
maybe I didn't articulate well because I had three people.
You never articulate
no,
well.
because I had three people arguing and saying things while I talked. But the great Jeff Kavanaugh agrees with me.
I'm not. I already know.
If you want to go check out Jeff Kavanaugh, go check his
Oh, my
YouTube page.
God.
I
Wait
can
a minute.
I
Don't
can
you
talk
refer?
about- no, I
Why
talk-
didn't you
I-
refer
he
me to anybody on 1310 the ticket? Why don't I don't understand? Why didn't
Well,
you
Jeff
refer me-
Kavanaugh's a good friend of mine.
I know, but why didn't you refer me?
Who's
Does anybody
on
on the ticket?
1310 the ticket?
Bob Sturm, the great Norm Hitches,
A bunch
the
of
Musers.
rich old white guys.
No, Donnie.
Oh, except Donovan.
Oh well, I
Great
was saying,
Donovan.
why didn't you?
They're all. I
Does
don't know.
anybody over there?
I don't know about their take on the specific issue. I'm just talking about Jeff.
You
on
should
this
probably
specific
ask.
issue.
You should probably ask.
I will. I'll go talk
You know
to
what
them.
you do next time you're on air?
Anyway,
Go in there and tell them the same
I
thing you
mean,
said to us to them. And see what they say.
I've had conversation. Anyway, the great Jeff Kavanaugh. Go check out his YouTube channel and stuff. He does a great job there. He agrees on this stuff. Go check it out.
How much did he? How much?
Anybody
Did,
to
how
push
much
it?
did he pay you to say that?
Just because he agrees don't mean it's correct.
No, he's right. He's right.
Is it?
We're both right.
Is it?
We're both right. You threw
That's
it wrong.
why we have not won anything in 26 years. There
No,
we go.
I'm not saying what the Cowboys.
Excuse me,
are
sir.
doing.
I'd like
I'm
to
just
get-
saying the
I'd
whole
like to
That
get
would
Cowboys-
be a
Toba-
good, hey, that would be a good segue for what he about to bring up.
Yeah, I would like
Go
to get.
ahead.
I would like to get over to
But yeah,
Tobash.
yeah,
You're
no.
done talking, sir.
Side
I'm done
note, real
listening to
quick,
what you
EA,
have to say.
there's only 4 draft picks on the Rams team that now that were originally
Well, that's
drafted.
good for the
Yeah,
Rams.
because they traded him.
Vosh, help me out here. You heard your guy Jerry Jones, my guy who I love very much, Jerry Jones. Did some talking this week. He did some speaking.
Daddy Jerry.
We're done listening to you, sir. You've already blown
Cut
your
his
talk
mic
time.
off.
Yeah, just cut his mic
I'm
off.
just making a little small comments.
This week, I mean, you had a problem with the Amari Cooper. Did you have a problem with them getting rid of Amari Cooper or what they gave Amari Cooper up for?
Well, let me preface it with the legal. Tobias Hatcher's opinions only reflect those of one Tobias Hatcher. It does not reflect opinions by Tobias Hatcher as a Legends employee. Got it. Okay.
Business with this.
So I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't like the Amari Cooper move. For one, I just bought a Amari Cooper jersey that cost me about $200.
Damn.
And no, I'm just kidding.
But
But
don't you see the commercial on TV? They said when your guy leaves the team, you could trade in and get
that's,
another one?
that's NBA.
Oh, that's only NBA? Oh, NFL. You got to step
NFL,
up. What are you doing, NFL?
You got to tape the number and make it look like nothing.
Okay, so
Harvey
but-
Dawson say it's going to be CD Lamb's time now.
okay, so with Cooper, I was kind of mad about him leaving us because we gave up firsts, right?
To get him.
And then of course, when it was time to trade Cooper, you showed your hand too early. I mean, I think that Bobby Bell, James Slater, people like that on the inside, they go, "Hey, the Cowboys are thinking about trading Cooper," and it was your tweet that I saw first. It was like, "What? Wait, what? What are we doing?"
Who, mine?
Yeah,
Why is all my Twitters be tweeting?
and I was like, well,
You ain't want to put it on private.
because I was at work when I saw it, and I was like, all right, cool.
Because you texted
they
me
wasn't
about
getting
it. You remember
Yeah.
you texted me about it?
How mad were you?
I wasn't like fuming, but at the same time, why it let go a key asset on the team? Because for one, and we all, we can all agree, the COVID thing pissed Jerry and them off.
It did. I'm not buying anything other than that. What pissed him off?
And then when Garrett was here, it was the whole taking off plays on the side against certain teams.
Jets
game.
I remember
Eagles too.
Then it was.
I remember you went off on.
I did.
You talking about that winner go home game against the Eagles where
he went in on the last.
He went in and
right.
Dak's shoulder was messed up and everything.
That game,
Yeah.
and Walt was standing on the tabletop banging against Cooper, like, "How dare you? How dare you? How dare you not be in the game?"
because I'll never.
And then it was also, stuff like Cooper. He's kind of outspoken a little bit.
Being at the mask game unmasked, we were there when we saw
on
that.
the college football game sideline too.
Sideline,
Right at the
yeah.
end of COVID.
Yep.
He was
Right
on the
after that,
sideline.
and him coming out speaking about the COVID, how we don't know where we get it because people going home with their family, kids taking it home and going to school or whatever.
Which he
So
had
why we
a
gotta
big
do?
point.
Another thing that Steven even mentioned this recently. He even said that he goes, "Well, Cooper, we like our
Cooper.
Oh yeah, Cup. Well, this is Steven, not Jerry. But he mentioned that how he wasn't as a number one receiver. He wasn't as consistent as a number one receiver.
Which I think is all bullshit.
Well, I'm just saying that's what he brought.
I can say it's BS, but then I also gotta look back at some of these games.
He does. He listen. Like I
If
get
they
the point.
so basically what you're trying to say to me is that basically they gave him that large contract because they didn't want Washington to get him. Is that the only reason why they gave him the contract?
No, I fully believe he deserved that because if you look at it, we trotted out Allen Hurns and freaking Cole Beasley to be number one, and look where that had us at 2 and 3.
Well, according to EA and guys like that, you don't win the game with a wide receiver anyway. Your running game is what
When did I say that?
when it happened,
Hey.
you were the one in here. You were on Steve. Well, you don't win.
EA says a lot of questionable things.
No. Walt likes to in the past. If he doesn't remember who it is, he just puts me on there.
No, I'm not. You were because when
No.
Steven said it,
I
you
know
were in
how
here.
to pay Z.
You were in here. That was before it was paying Z.
No, we paid Z.
You were all about the running game.
No,
Yes, you were.
I was about the running game, but I didn't want to pay.
It wasn't even. This was before we paid. This is when we let Dez Bryant go. You were
That
all.
was
Sammy.
2 years.
Sammy Watkins is
I
a better
said,
receiver
yeah.
than Dez.
At the time,
well,
yeah.
you don't need no more receiver to win
Sammy
a
Watkins at the
Super
time.
Bowl anyway.
Okay, whatever.
You came
Anyway.
in and said it
Anyway, move
because you
on.
were about the running game.
If you're just making up things.
I know, I do.
Go
That's
on.
why I remember everything you say.
We
That
can
was-
really pinpoint. Amari Cooper changed Dak's career.
He got Dak paid.
He got Dak paid.
Let's be honest.
So to say that he's not a number one receiver, that's complete utter BS.
But the Tellbox right. We gave up like what? How many number one?
You gave up.
We gave up two number
It was
ones.
either
or
one or
one.
It was
You
a
gave
one.
one.
It was a first and a third, or a first.
Yeah,
and a
okay, that's
third.
what first and a
It was-
third.
I know for definitely it was a one because we didn't have a first round draft pick that next year.
So yeah, and everybody was saying,
We traded back up, didn't
Cooper is
Cooper was your pick.
Yeah.
That's your pick, right? So when he came into when he got here, like that was Dak's safety blanket. He pretty much won a lot of games that season. For Dak, it helped the Cowboys.
Philadelphia game in overtime and in those games.
The
you can
Washington
look,
game
Washington,
here.
yeah.
I just find it funny that they weren't getting all this from Cooper, but people like EA and the rest of the team found every excuse in the book to try to keep Sean Lee when he wasn't giving you a damn thing. Every week it was, when Sean Lee comes back,
Making a lot of excuses for him.
Sean Lee come back. Oh, wait till Sean Lee come back. And this team found every way to try to keep him, and he get hurt. And now we got to get rid of Amari Cooper, a guy who's out there actually doing something.
The thing I didn't like though is Steven's reasoning for letting go.
He's
Cooper.
he's full of BS. And this guy over here who looks like him,
You remind us
right here.
Yeah.
Just everybody,
That
if you don't know who I'm
facial
pointing at,
that
this
facial
guy right
expression
here,
reminds us of Steven
EA.
My Afghan Stephen Jones.
He takes up for him, and
Salam.
I would want EA. You have to call him out on his.
I have. Did not have
He
it.
has called
Yeah.
him.
I've called him
Finally.
out. Okay, finally. I've
Took you a
always
year.
called him out.
So-
I like I've always said, I just don't like Steven. The whole idea is I believe in his idea of going through the draft, but fucking pay your own players. When there's time to pay him, pay him. Don't be cheap.
They don't want to.
And I hate we traded Amari.
It's almost like they went back to being conservative,
Yeah.
and not wanting to. It's like the biggest billionaires across the game don't want to go shopping. They don't want to spend money, and I'm just like, bro, this is a league, and this is a buyer's market right now. Like these dudes.
Oh no! Don't say that. EA don't believe in that.
I saw a tweet today, and I want y'all to listen to this. Catboy is setting Dak up for the biggest
okay,
L,
bro.
so he can clear the books for Parsons and Diggs. They can put a trash team out there and the fans will be okay blaming the QB. They move on from Dak, go somewhere competent and wins. Cowboy drafts John Steven.
Oh, shit. First of all, that sounds like a Kevin Gray
No, that's not
original.
It's not a Kevin.
No, it wasn't Kevin Gray, but it
Whoa.
But I apologize, Kevin Gray. But it put things in perspective for me because is it not looking at as if their Cowboys are saying, "Hey, Dak, we paid you. Go out and
They
win
feel
this
like
game
the Cowboys
with
got
these
to say,
teams."
like, we give you our money. You should be able to perform. We paid you. We paid you, so you should be good.
It sounds like the Cowboys are tanking.
I thought so too, but no, they really believe.
No,
Yeah.
they're about to tank.
I believe that the Cowboys were a couple pieces away from going to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
EA says they're not.
They're
I
about-
believe they were.
I think there's several pieces, but
They're
Yeah,
about
that's
to
what
they're
I mean.
about to tank this season. They're about to win 5 to 7 games.
Well,
they're about to not make
I
the
wouldn't know
playoffs.
about
You
Well,
cannot do that in the NFC East.
I don't
Watch
think
it happen.
Well, EA also argued me and Shams down that Michael Gallup is starting at the beginning of the season.
And it came out that he's missing the first 2 or 3 games.
Steven know.
This guy.
And I think he'll miss more than that. I think he'll miss like a month, the first month.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be that. But let's say he does miss the first 2 games. Like he says, but you still got it.
what I'm
Okay, but you still got him for the rest of the season.
This doesn't seem weird to y'all.
It is, but hold on.
But I'm telling you what's gonna happen. What's really happening? Everybody, you agree with?
Don't give me Sean Payton bullshit.
Not Sean Payton, but they are getting ready for 2023. That's what they're doing.
They're tanking this year. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
they're
no,
taking
but-
off
no,
this
but
year.
They're taking. Yeah, they are. Guess what they're
For
doing?
what?
To get rid of Mike McCarthy. That's as simple as that.
Yeah.
We really don't need
which
an
I'm
excuse. They really
fine,
could just
listen,
fire.
which
They
I'm fine
could.
with because I am done with Mike McCarthy.
But at the end of the day, it wouldn't be a good look if they just went out and just fired.
Yeah,
him.
because
Yeah,
guess
so-
who becomes head coach right now? Is,
Danny Q.
no, they're gonna make Kellen Moore.
No, they would go to Dan
No,
Quinn.
no.
They would go
Quinn.
to they would go
I
to
mean,
Dan Quinn.
okay.
There's a reason. I would have agreed with
He
you
already
before.
passed. Dan Quinn's already passed the interview last
Oh
year.
yeah, I mean, I get that. Yeah,
Dan
DQ.
Quinn,
Saints game.
Have you noticed that Dan Quinn? I think Jerry and Steven, they've developed like a crush on Dan Quinn now. And you know when they develop their crush, that's who they love, and they get their eyes set.
You owe me an apology for that one too.
No, I don't.
Yes, you did, because I told you this guy was for real. You, Dan
But
Quinn.
I think
DQ's
and
Wizards.
I owe you a blizzard.
But I think Dan Quinn's audition for head coach was the Saints
It
game.
was, and they fell in love.
And if Mike McCarthy does get fired, which I think it happens, Dan Quinn's gonna come in, and then he's gonna go build his team.
How do you
Be-
guys? Oh, I'm sorry.
because Micah Parsons has already told you, the head coach ain't his coach.
He don't talk to me.
He don't talk to
I don't
him.
talk to him.
Who does he talk to?
Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
And who else have you noticed that the praise, like, remember, and I warned, this is very similar to, remember when Rick Carlisle had to get off for COVID 2019 and Jamal Mosley was the head coach. Remember they won, and you remember how excited the team was.
They
all
were
that?
dousing him. I ain't never seen him dousing
And then
Rick
I
Carlisle.
got worried. I was like,
They
wait
got
a minute. Mike couldn't coach because of COVID that game, and so
That was when I was in Cleveland.
right.
That was March. That was around the time March Madness time.
Oh no, I'm talking about the other. I'm talking about now the Cowboys.
Oh, no,
McCarthy-
I'm sorry.
Okay, we're playing the Saints game. Mike McCarthy's out for COVID. Dan Quinn's the head coach. I was like, oh.
You see the parallels.
Yeah, it's very parallel. Like, and then they remember how they were celebrating. They beat. It was a defensive effort and everything. I was like, Dan Quinn. And now I'm getting another parallel. Remember how Garrett started? You remember Wade Phillips?
So let me ask you this.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let me ask you this, Vosh. Last week I had my Denver Broncos polo on because I felt like they were getting things done, and they beat Jerry at deadline to make deals.
No, they
Yeah.
didn't beat Jerry.
Steve.
They beat Steven.
Okay. Well, at the fact being going, what do you feel about El Paso? As he said when they got on the phone with Randy Gregory, Jerry got on the phone with Randy Gregory and his agent, and they want those certain words, verbiage taken out of the contract, and Jerry says El Paso.
Never ever again say that words cannot hurt you,
Yeah.
because literally verbiage in a contract hurt the Joneses, hurt Cowboy fans across America, because I mean, just
I don't
little
think
language.
I don't think I've seen the Cowboy fan base that mad in recent times.
Well, he was the guy that we wanted. He was
Yeah.
the guy in free agency that we wanted.
I couldn't
and he
talk.
was our own guy.
I couldn't talk
anyway.
for an hour when I read it.
Like it was,
I woke up from a nap seeing that.
I know, because you woke up and was like, guys, what is going on?
was
It was some bullshit to see your guy get signed, quote unquote signed. Even the Cowboys press
and
Twitter
press
account
release
put it out there. Yeah.
NFL Network. I ran down, said, "Daddy, we finally did it. We did it." I woke my brother up. The next thing you know, I'm coming back outside and said, "Yo, he's going to Denver."
Because it was a boring period, and Cowboy fans was like, just sign somebody, sign your own players. And then all of a sudden, the Cowboys come to an agreement with Randy Gregory, and it's like, we kept one. And then now you look up and nope, he's gone, and you're like, man, time out. Wait, what?
I thought it was a prank. I thought what my group chat had was like, when notified me, I was like, bro, stop playing with me, because he agreed to it. Like, they put it out. I saw the tweet and everything, and I'm like, there's no way this happened. No way. And boom.
To let him get away was the beginning of the end, pretty much, for this free agency period. All the guys that we talked about that landed on other teams.
We're talking about the guy Anger, the punter.
I'm angry that you did that. I'm angry that you signed Anger.
Yeah, you signed him for money that could have went elsewhere.
Even though, get your money, I want every single player to get his money from.
He deserved that.
Any billionaire. Yes, that dude balled out, but it's a punter, right? So.
Though Cowboys fans were clamoring that Jones wasn't willing to pay him enough money at the beginning of the free agency.
We got him for $1 million last year. We could have got him for 1.5.
Leighton Vander does right now.
Cowboys fans were mad because originally the Anger, they didn't agree to a contract, and I remember on Twitter all the Cowboys fans like, cheap ass Stephen Jones, pay the punter, and then he did.
I never seen nobody say pay the punter.
I saw plenty of people. They were angry at Stephen for not.
I don't even know why that's even a real deal.
Because you can go. I mean, okay, so you can go find a punter. The Cowboys don't have problems with finding.
They need to find a kicker.
Yeah,
and the word of the street, they want to sign that fool back.
Greg Zuerlein.
They want to sign Greg Zuerlein back.
They wanted to.
Yes, they didn't think he was going to get picked up, and he got picked up
by the Jets.
It's looking bad, man. It's looking bad because we got to go back. We got to go into 2022 with this. With this plan.
You know what's funny? I think that what's it called? This, not only the cheerleading thing, but that daughter thing. And I'm being serious here. I think they've pushed them off their game, the Jones family. They're like just kind of like shell shocked, and I don't know how they can feel they can go forward right now. That's why, have you noticed, even in normal offseason when we don't agree with them, they seem to always manage it better than what they've been doing. This has been just a complete utter failure.
This has been if nothing else happens and we lose, I mean, we're gonna be below 500. It's a Shams not giving this team any more energy type of offseason. I've literally told people I do not want to talk Cowboys. A lot of people come up to me like, hey, let's talk football and stuff. I don't. Any recent years I've been okay talking. Last year I was okay because Dak got paid. I was okay because Coop, Zeke.
You're not gonna talk about draft?
For what?
Draft.
I mean, cool. Yay.
Even draft talk is not fun these days.
Yeah.
It's not. Because we're talking about like, well, what do they need? Everything. What do they need the most?
Everything.
Offensive line, somebody that
another receiver,
stuff like
linebacker.
That. And I mean, you're dire on the offensive line coming into the season. Tyron, you lost Lyle. I mean, golly, bro, it's so bad. It's so bad that Cowboy fans, I don't think y'all know how bad it's gonna be. Like,
oh no, we know. Well,
get ready.
The realistic ones, no. We still got them DC4Ls who, whatever the team does,
16-0.
We're going to the
17
Super Bowl or whatever.
They don't understand what's about to happen.
They don't. We're about to look like a complete.
Well, here I will say this: all Cowboys fans, listen. If it does turn out to be a bad season, stop going to the game.
You not. Nobody.
I know, but that's the only way you're gonna break. That's the only way you're gonna break control.
You're not gonna do it. But and also it's just like
boycott.
At this, nobody's boycott.
Let's take a break.
Force him to do that another Bill Parcells move. Remember, bro, to get that stadium.
They're forcing themselves to be bad.
Yeah.
So they can get rid of their head coach.
And actually, maybe their quarterback.
Not even caring about what's going on the field, bro.
I don't think they get rid
Think about that.
They're gonna get rid of. They're setting Dak up for failure, bro. They are.
Let's take a break real quick when we